Well, hello and welcome to this English lesson about types of people or describing people with nouns. Now, we often will describe people using adjectives. We will say someone is a certain way using an adjective, but sometimes we simply use a noun to describe a person. A simple thing would be this: I am an optimistic person, but you could also say that I'm an optimist. So I can describe it in two different ways. So this lesson will be spent talking about how to describe people using nouns, the actual names we give people based on how they look or their behavior or the things that they do. So once again, welcome to this English lesson about types of people, how to describe people using the appropriate nouns. A jerk. So I picked this as my first one, and I need to explain this one. First of all, a jerk is a person who is very mean, not very nice, doesn't treat you very well, and you don't enjoy being around them. But you should know that the word jerk is very informal. You wouldn't say to your boss, "Hey, you're being a jerk," or "You're a jerk." That would be an insult. But you might say to a coworker, "The boss is being a jerk today," or "The boss is a jerk today." When you're having a private conversation, you might use the word jerk. But when you say this to someone's face, it is an insult. Like if you said, "Bob, you're a jerk," I'd be like, "Whoa, what do you mean? I'm not, don't say that. That's mean." I'm not sure exactly how I would respond, but a jerk is a person who is not very nice, not very kind. Maybe they say mean things. Maybe they do mean things. Very informal and not used directly when talking to a person, or they will be insulted. An introvert and an extrovert. There's two spellings. So an introvert is someone who likes to spend time alone. Someone who prefers reading books or going for walks by themselves. And when they do spend time with people, they like spending time with maybe one or two other people. They don't necessarily like going to a party where there's 50 people. That might be a little overwhelming if you're an introvert. Introverts like hiking. They like talking with one friend for an hour instead of 10 different people every 5 minutes for half an hour. They're very calm in their own thoughts. They like to just sit and think sometimes. I, surprisingly, am an introvert. Even though I'm on the internet and I talk all the time, I actually prefer being by myself or just with Jen or with one or two other people. So an introvert, a very quiet person. An extrovert is the opposite. So again, there are two spellings. One has an O in the middle, one has an A in the middle, and they seem to just be used interchangeably. If you search the internet for extrovert with either spelling, you will see both spellings come up. An extrovert loves being around people. When an introvert is around people, they lose energy. When an extrovert is around people, they gain energy. It makes them happy and excited, and they love talking to people. So an extrovert loves being around people and loves just hanging out with people and doing things with them. An asset. So you can see this person here is helping move boxes. You would say this person is an asset. An asset is a person who is very helpful, usually at work. So I might say, "Oh, the new person we hired is a real asset to our company. She works really hard. She's awesome. She's really good at her job. She is an asset." So when a person is an asset, it means they are beneficial. It means they are helpful. It means that everything they do makes the company better. And again, we often use this when we're talking about work, okay? When we're talking about people at work. You wouldn't say, "Oh, my brother is a real asset to our family," but you might say, "Joe, the person who works on the first floor, is a real asset to our company. He's very helpful, very hardworking," etc. So there are two versions of this phrase, and you can just use the word pain. "Oh, the new guy we hired is a pain. Oh, it's such a pain working with him. He is a pain." Or you could say pain in the butt. Remember, the butt is your back end down here, the bottom part of the top of your legs, the bottom of your back, in between there. And then the very informal version is to say pain in the ass. I don't recommend that you say that. ASS is not considered a very nice word. So again, similar to jerk, you wouldn't say to someone, you're a pain, or you're a pain in the butt. That would be rude and offensive. They would be insulted. But you definitely might say to a colleague, oh, I have to work with Frank today, and he is a pain in the butt. Every time I try to work faster, he gets in the way. I don't enjoy working with him. He is a pain. He is a pain in the butt. A mystery. So a person can be a mystery. It means that you don't know a lot about them. They don't talk about themselves very much. You might have someone you've worked with for 5 or 10 years, and you don't know very much about them. They are a mystery. So similar to, you can read a book that's a mystery, where you're not sure what's happening and why it's happening. A person can also be a mystery, where you don't know a lot about them, and you don't know what they do on the weekends. And you don't know why, when they come to work Monday morning, they look really tired all the time. They're a mystery.